Exciting opportunity for us tomorrow against Texas Tech. Our guys have really done a nice job this week preparation-wise. We got one more practice later this afternoon. And, for us, obviously, a really, really important time of the year. I think when you get to this time of the year, it's really, really important to go back to, what your core elements are as a team. And I think the biggest thing that we've emphasized to our guys is we're at our best when we're connected, when we're together, when we're helping each other. And then obviously in a game like Saturday's game, really any of these conference games, it's about being the more aggressive team, and that has to start on the defensive end. So excited about the way our guys have responded. We got a few guys that have been banged up, but they've really been connected with each other in practice mentally, and now it's about going to work on Saturday and getting it done.
Questions, please. You mentioned guys being banged up. Anything new on both Gerald and Kamaka? I guess maybe more so Kamaka since he was a little bit closer initially.
Yeah, Kamaka has made some progress. He did some things yesterday in practice. He actually had a doctor's appointment that went into practice yesterday, so he came in the middle of practice and was able to jump into some stuff. So we'll have to see where he is today, how his ankle responds to that. But we're hopeful that he's going to be able to play some. Gerald, nothing really new for him. He's just now getting to do some very, very basic rehab stuff on his back, so it's going to be a while.
So it's fair to say that Kamaka is a game-time call on him basically right now?
Well, I think we should know more by practice this afternoon. I'm hopeful that he's going to be able to play some. Really, at this point, it's mostly about his tolerance. He was never the most athletic guy in the world, but he's not, I don't think completely back to moving 100%. But we're hopeful that he's going to be able to play some.
You mentioned the aggressiveness. What have you guys found that maybe sparks that the best? I mean, it seems like you guys have had, whether it's the beginning of the game or an end of the game or kind of a half, where it's there. I mean, have you guys found anything or noticed anything, whether it's a player or a lineup that does tend to spark that a little bit more?
Well, the general answer is the biggest thing that sparks it is just losing yourself in a fight. And, 5 guys on the floor that are completely absorbed in each other and going after whatever it is we're trying to do, whether it's a stop or a basket. And then some specifics, I think for us, when we run and transition, offensively, it allows us to be much more aggressive. When we walk it up, it's just not as impactful for our guys, and they don't get as much of a kind of a jump start on the possession. Obviously in the Big 12, there's going to be some grinder possessions for sure, but as much as we can, especially when we stop the other team, we want to get out and run and really play aggressively. Defensively, anything that we can do to get our guys to kind of extend themselves, whether it's full court pressure, whether it's guarding the ball screen more aggressively. There's certain matchups that we want to really take advantage of and go after. I think those things get our guys aggressive, but again, the most important thing is just losing yourself in the fight.
Here at the turn of the Big 12 schedule, there's obviously a big group of teams in the middle.
Yep.
Right. How do you break out of that pack, or at the very minimum, put yourself at the top of that pack?
Win.
Down the stretch.
Win. I mean, it's one game at a time. It's a situation where, like you said, we're halfway through Big 12 play, and when you get an opportunity to play, most of the time you're going to be playing against someone that is maybe in a similar position from the standpoint of wanting to move up, and it's you against them. And so for us, on Saturday, Tech is one game ahead of us in the Big 12 standings, and for our guys, there's a ton of opportunity there, and so that's the best way to help yourself, is just be completely in the moment, engross yourself in that day, that game, and put everything you have into it.
Do you feel like that when you talk to the guys, I mean, everything that you've always talked about, like the first 20 minutes embodied all of it, and how they played. I mean, is it we've gone over this a bunch of times, but just talking to them about, you guys have the capability, and here it is on film,
Yep.
How do you keep that going for the full 40 minutes?
Yeah, I think, we talk about that all the time. The way to keep it going is to get past hard. It got harder in the second half for some of our guys. Whether it's fatigue, whether it's the opponent. Kansas had something to do with that as well, with the way that they played. But there we are. It's a 2-point game with 11 or so minutes left in the game, and at that point, there has to be a kind of a steel-minded resolve, and that's not unique to us, but that is how we take that next step. Again, I think what becomes before that is not allowing any type of self-pity because the game's not going perfect for you individually, or other issues in your mind to get in the way, because once it starts to get clouded, then it's really, really tough to get past hard.
Everyone's going to be trying to take away Jericho now. I mean, just with the way he's played for like the last month or so. How do you guys try to get those guards going? The Courtneys and the Jason, the Andrews, when so much attention is being paid to him, whether it's a role guy, whether it's you're trying to put him on the block or whatever it is.
Well, I think the biggest thing is our guards playing with a level of aggressiveness and trying to get in the paint. And the thing that I think is really important for us is not to try to over-script every pass or every dribble. Obviously to encourage our guys to make the right play, to do the right things, but sometimes it's a matter of if the guy gets on the side of you driving the ball. If there's a closeout, now either you need to pass it quickly, you need to shoot the ball, or you need to drive the ball. What gets our guys in trouble at times is when we hold it and then we allow the defense to reset. These are really good defenses in this league, and if after 15, 20 seconds of the possession you've allowed them to reset, then they're going to be tough to score on. So for our guys, it's about really being an attacking, an aggressive group of perimeter players. I thought Matt did a great job of that against Kansas. Now we need obviously more than one.
Is that something Donovan is doing well? It seems like even at times that he might fumble it away, but he seems like, okay, I can drive the ball here. I'm just going to find a way to get into the paint.
Well, he doesn't have any fear, for sure. He's a freshman, and there's a ton of stuff for him to learn. But I like the fact that he is aggressive. He has a confidence about him. And now it's just a matter of him continuing to fine-tune his game and learn what opportunities make the most sense. He got a few really good looks in the Kansas game in the second half that he didn't make, but we definitely would take those shots. I think at one point we were down 2, and they went to actually a triangle and 2. And, Donovan got a shot on the wing, and it was, based on the way they were defending, I guess it was a shot they wanted him to take. But it's an open 3, and we like him shooting that ball as long as he does it with confidence.
Do you think 9-9 gets you in the tournament? I mean, worst case scenario. Worst case scenario.
I think all that stuff is to be determined, Brian. For us, it's more about winning the next game, and moving forward as a program. With us having 9 games left in a year, the last thing we want to do is, focus on, if this or if that. It's more about just trying to beat Texas Tech on Saturday. The thing about playing in the Big 12 is there's a ton of opportunities to go get quality wins, starting with Saturday.
Following up on that, but even more so, how important is it that you're facing 2 teams who are top 20, Ken Palm, top 10 is some of the teams that are below 70. So
yeah, no, it just gives us a great opportunity. I think when you play a good team, when you play a good program, you have to, as a competitor, look at it as a good thing. It's a chance to step forward and really compare yourself to someone else that's a very, very good team. For our guys, again, it starts with being connected around being a more aggressive team.